Western script, Eastern reality. This is the algorithm. Rewrite the rules. This isn't just a fiscal collapse. It's a systemic liquidation of human capital. In 2026, the Temple of Silicon Valley is still standing, but the gods have fled. Look at the flow of data. We used to trade a green card for the world's most elite minds. Now, the brightest stars in the Stanford AI lab are packing their bags in silence.
Because the valley isn't a laboratory anymore. It's a high-priced daycare. In the 1960s, we told a genius, if you're smart enough, we'll give you the moon. In 2026, we hire the people capable of rewriting the underlying logic of civilization. And then we sit them on beanbags and make them spend 3 months debating if an emoji is offensive to a marginalized subgroup.
Geniuses are rarely agreeable. In fact, they are often ruthless. They come here to commit an intellectual massacre, to crush impossible technical barriers. But now, before they're allowed to write a single line of code, they have to survive 3 mandatory hearings on diversity and inclusion. To a mind like that, boredom and bureaucracy are a fate worse than death.
Exactly. Genius will not stay in a place that only discusses gender labels. It suffocates them. They will go where imagination is treated as the blueprint for infrastructure, where their code turns into satellites and fusion reactors. In 2026, Silicon Valley didn't lose its money, it lost its soul. The moment a civilization begins to worship compliance over excellence, the twilight has already begun.
Last week, I audited a former principal engineer from Google. He spoke to me in a tone that sounded like a deathbed confession. He said, I spent 15 years mastering neural networks. There are maybe 10 people on Earth who understand this better than me. And yet, my boss's only priority was making the Add to Cart button 0.5% more efficient.
That is the advertising cage of the West. The entire financial ecosystem, from Wall Street to Menlo Park, has an imagination that has dried up. They only care about the bit economy. In their eyes, the only reason for AI to exist is to predict what color socks you'll buy tomorrow. But in the East, AI is used to manipulate atoms. It controls autonomous mining fleets. It reorganizes matter at the microscopic level.
That's why the reverse migration is unstoppable. It's not just about the paycheck, it's about intellectual dignity. In 2026, if you're a genius who wants to mine asteroids, you don't go to NASA, that bureaucratic graveyard of forms and public hearings. You go east, because there, the rockets are actually launching and the lasers are actually cutting stone.
The West turns safety into a religion, treating any hint of risk as a sin. But the East knows that the evolution of a civilization is a high-stakes gamble. When the West traded the great exploration for the great sensitivity, it signed the death warrant of its own technological supremacy. Those engineers aren't stupid. They know which track leads to the future, and they're voting with their feet.
There's a word that defectors use when they describe the labs in the East. Infinite. In the West, if an AI researcher wants a new H100 GPU cluster, they have to go through 6 rounds of budget approvals and a carbon offset audit. In the East, they are handed the keys to a data center built directly next to a nuclear plant.
It's about the playground. You can't build a god inside a backyard shed. To train the next generation of embodied AI, you need thousands of physical robots to fail, to break, and to learn. The East provides a physical sandbox that spans entire cities. They've turned their industrial zones into living laboratories.
One engineer told me that in California he waited 9 months for a permit to test a single autonomous delivery drone. In the East, he was given an entire smart district with 5G advanced integration and told, don't just test it, run the whole city's logistics with it.
Genius doesn't want a safe space. It wants an infinite space. They are moving to where the friction between a line of code and a ton of moving steel is zero. In 2026, the West offers a virtual playground restricted by legal fences. The East offers the atomic world with no speed limits. If you were a god of code, where would you choose to play?
Silicon Valley's greatest lie was that the market is the best judge of long-term technology. But the market is short-sighted. It wants an app that scales in 18 months. It has no patience for the 30-year grind of materials science or quantum computing.
And that's where the reverse migration becomes a trap. The East doesn't wait for market validation. They treat strategic technology as a national infrastructure. If you are a scientist working on a breakthrough in solid-state batteries, they don't ask you for a pitch deck. They provide you with a house, a laboratory, and a supply chain that stretches from the raw lithium mine to the final assembly line.
It's a life cycle support system. In the West, you're an entrepreneur constantly begging for your next seed round. In the East, you're a national asset. The defectors aren't just looking for higher pay. They are looking for stability. They are tired of their life's work being cancelled because a hedge fund manager in New York got nervous about quarterly interest rates.
The West turned innovation into a casino. The East turned it into a crusade. When you offer a genius the chance to be part of a century-long mission instead of a 3-year exit strategy, the choice is already made. They aren't moving for the money. They are moving because for the first time in their lives, they feel like the world actually needs them to succeed.
There is a psychological cost to living in a decaying empire. Geniuses thrive on efficiency. When a world-class AI researcher spends 2 hours a day sitting in gridlock because the local government can't fix a pothole, or when they can't find a reliable high-speed rail to the next tech hub, they start to feel the friction of the West.
It's what I call the infrastructure vacuum. In the East, the physical environment matches the speed of the digital mind. You leave your high-tech lab and step into a high-tech city. Everything, from the 6G connectivity to the automated trash collection, is a constant reinforcement of the future.
In 2026, the West has become a museum of the 20th century. It's charming, but it's stagnant. One engineer told me, "I went east because I was tired of being the only thing moving fast in a society that was standing still."
This is the ultimate magnet. The East isn't just building labs. They are building a civilization-scale operating system. When the world around you is constantly upgrading, your mind stays in upgrade mode. When the world around you is rotting, your genius starts to rust. The Great Brain Drain isn't just about jobs. It's about escaping the gravity of a dying infrastructure.
The 2026 audit is complete. The verdict is clear. A civilization that stops dreaming of the grand projects and starts obsessing over correctness is a civilization in liquidation. To the engineers, the builders, and the shapers still listening in the West, you have been told that your value is in your compliance. You have been lied to. Your true value is in your agency, your power to change the physical world. If you feel the walls closing in, if you feel your imagination being strangled by the advertising cage, remember, the ocean is no longer a barrier, it is a bridge. The East isn't looking for followers, it's looking for architects of the atom.
The soul of Silicon Valley has already moved. The only question is, will you move with it, or will you stay to turn out the lights?
This audit was a wake-up call for the knowledge class. If you can see the shift that others are ignoring, you are already part of the new network.
Make sure to like and subscribe to stay synchronized with the reality of 2026. This isn't just a channel, it's an intelligence report for the survival of the brilliant.